Welcome to the Thurstan College Cricket Grounds, ladies and gentlemen. It's a historic day where the Northampton Saints and the Asia Pacific Lions, who are on tour in Sri Lanka, will take on the Sri Lanka cricket legends, featuring legends from the 1996 World Cup winning Sri Lanka team. The International Rugby Stars will be led by David Campisi, a member of the Wallaby Rugby World Cup winning team, and of course the Sri Lankans will be led by Arjuna Ranatunga, the winner of the 1996 World Cup, the captain who led Sri Lanka to World Cup glory. We started the game a bit late today here at the Thurstan College Grounds, but better late than never for a game as such. It's a charity game today. It will be played for the Alzheimer's Foundation ahead of the Saints match versus the Asia Pacific Lions. Have a look at the Northampton Saints, who have flown into Sri Lanka, a long flight from England to be here today for the game that they'll play on Friday. Now we'll cross over to see what the pitch is like. Here's the pitch report for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, for this historic encounter between the rugby legends and the cricket legends here at Thurstan Grounds, we've got perfect conditions suddenly. It was scorching afternoon, but because of that heavy downpour, suddenly the conditions have improved as far as the players' comfort is concerned. Well, for this game, we've got a surface that is rock hard and plenty of bounce, plenty of carry. I don't know whether the rugby legends will like the hard surfaces, but they are normally used to play on soft surfaces, but it's a perfect pitch for a game of cricket, and I'm sure both sides will enjoy this surface.
Our good friend Kamini Pereira in the middle there almost got hit by one of the rugby boys while giving the pitch report for you. It's going to be a clash of the titans of two different sports. Boys who know how to play with an oval-shaped ball, and then of course a couple of legends who hit cricket balls all around the pitch for fun. Now we'll cross over to see who wins the all-important toss in this charity game.
Good afternoon, and we are all set for the toss in this very special encounter between the Rugby Stars of Northampton Saints and Asia Pacific Lions, taking on the Sri Lankan cricketing legends from 1996, and then some of the legends from the past as well. So we're all set for the toss. We have the two captains, Arjuna Ranatunga, Sri Lanka's 1996 World Cup winning skipper, and David Campisi. It's heads, I believe. So I think so you're on the toss. So what will you do?
We are going to bat first.
How does it feel to come back here with most of your teammates from 30 years ago?
It's for a cause. I think charity is very, very important. Whatever we do, we tend to get together when it comes to charity games. I think most of them are getting close to 60 or over 60, but still it's good to get together and play a little bit of cricket for a cause. I think that's why all of us are here.
So you're batting first. What do you think is going to be a good score?
I think with the rain it's very difficult, but we thought we are going to play only 12 overs, so we are looking at about 80 to 100 runs. I think that will be good enough.
All the best for the game, sir. So we have David Campisi, the skipper for the Rugby Stars team. So the toss didn't go your way?
I won the toss, but he wanted to bat. So he's a world champion, mate, so I'll give it to him. It's his home ground.
You're bowling first?
Well, we'll try and bowl first. Yes.
So what do you think would be a good score to chase here?
Well, when you're playing against professional cricketers, it's they're pretty good. They might look like they're old and all that, but they love the game, and we'll probably see why they were the world champions in '96. So it's a great honour for us to play.
So thoughts on this whole course, this whole tour?
Yeah, no, it's actually amazing that for us to come here. You've got Northampton coming from England, and we've got the Asian Pacific Lions. I mean, what can you ask for in sport? I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I've done a lot of interesting things, but this is a new one, but looking forward to it.
All the best of the game.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So that's the news from the centre. The Sri Lanka cricketing legends, they will bat first, and this will be a 12-over game.
Sri Lanka cricket legend skipper Arjuna Ranatunga, Captain Cool himself, wins the toss and has decided to bat first for Sri Lanka. Here's a look at the International Rugby Stars and the Sri Lanka cricket legends team. David Campese, World Cup winning Australian in 1991. Henry Pollock, Finn Smith, Tommy Freeman, Alex Cole, George Hendy, Phil Dawson, Sam Westy, the head coach of the Northampton Saints. Then, of course, you have Will Guinea, a Rugby World Cup finalist in his own right. Ed Quirk, Takeli Nayaravoro, Waisea Nayatalevu, the Fiji 2023 captain. Fazil Marija, Sri Lankan rugby legend, 15th captain and 7th captain. Rajesh De Silva and Sabir Kader, one of the chief organizers of this tournament. To open the batting for the Sri Lanka cricket legends, well, we got legends too. Well, joining me in the combox to run you through the first couple of overs. It's a charity game. It's played for the Alzheimer's Foundation, Sri Lanka's first and only organization dedicated to supporting people living with dementia and cognitive impairment. It's a very important occasion, an exciting occasion. It's a charity match between Sri Lanka cricketing legends. Ball number 1 goes astray from Alex Coles. Joining me in the combox, Laxis De Silva. What an occasion.
Yes, indeed, David. Good afternoon to everyone as well. Alex Coles bowling to former Sri Lanka captain, former T20 World Cup winner as well, Mahela Jayawardena. Just advancing down a little bit, Mahela, as he gets off the mark. The first runs off the bat in this charity encounter. Alex Coles, this will be such a great experience for him, opening the bowling against two of the very best in Sri Lanka cricket history.
Ramesh Kaluwitharana.
Right arm over, right above.
Alongside Mahela Jayawardena opening the batting for Sri Lanka cricket legends. Little Kalu as he's known. Tucks it away on the leg side for a single. Both of these players have opened the batting for Sri Lanka, and Ramesh Kaluwitharana, especially an aggressive batsman, changed cricket on its head. Bit of a short ball from Alex Coles. Caught Mahela Jayawardena there. Didn't expect a bounce early on from the big second rower.
Now that's something that Alex Coles can really brag about after going home, that I actually managed to beat Mahela Jayawardena after bowling a bouncer. Oh, look at that. Very well directed as well.
It's just the height advantage, isn't it? Plays second row, Alex Coles for the Northampton Saints. 22 English caps as well. A bit of width on offer there for Kaluwitharana, looking to get his arms free, but despite that first little wide from Alex Coles, he's been able to keep it nice and tight in these early exchanges. Kaluwitharana, of course, knows only one way, isn't it, to go aggressive.
I mean, who can forget that successful partnership in the 1996 World Cup? His partner is not here today, unfortunately, Sanjay Jayasuriya. But he has Mahela Jayawardena alongside him as the partner. Ramesh Kaluwitharana, one of those few players who actually transitioned and stayed until the T20 era as well. He has played until 2004-2005, if I'm not wrong. Flicked away by Mahela, and that's the end of the first over. Very good one from Coles. 1 over done, 6 runs on the board for Sri Lanka cricket legends.
A tradition returns. The heart of school cricket reignites. Where legends first tasted glory has returned. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Every six, every cheer, every memory. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Live on the Papare 2, the Papare 2 HD, the Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
Mad Max himself, Aravinda De Silva, getting ready to come on. Pretty sure he wouldn't want to come on that early, Lux, is he? David Campisi takes the gloves for today. Henry Pollock into the attack and cut away hard. Mahela Jayawardena, there's something about the way he plays on the offside. Slick hands from Jayawardena to get the first boundary of the game for the Sri Lanka cricket legends.
I just look at that. That's such a big moment for all of us as well to see Mahela Jayawardena playing a stroke like that once again. Always had that class, that elegance in him, Mahela Jayawardena. And this time another bouncer, top edge. And that will be another single. And good to see a good crowd in, decent crowd in to witness this charity encounter. I mean, you don't often see to get these legends in action playing cricket once again, and you don't see these rugby players in Sri Lanka often as well. So such a big occasion for everyone who are present here today. That's a full toss, missed it out. Mesh Kalwitharana and Pollock.
He's quite the active rugby player, Henry Pollock. He's doing well with his variation of pace here. Full toss goes on the leg side, but well fielded there in the deep. Well, the boys here in the pavilion enjoyed that little throw from Sam Westy, the coach. Well, did mighty well to stop that ball. But did really well. Got the ball back as well. Now a short ball gone up in the air. Here's the opportunity to get the first wicket. Pollock gets Kalwitharana. Phil Dawson with the catch. Kalwitharana's innings is short-lived, but a legend in his own right. And here he goes. A man who revolutionized cricket, Romesh Kalwitharana, taken off by a good bouncer from Henry Pollock.
Henry Pollock. This is a moment that he'll cherish for a long time, taking the wicket of Romesh Kalwitharana, 1996 World Cup winner of Sri Lanka. Romesh Kalwitharana departs for two. Sri Lanka cricket legends, 13 for 1.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
And as one legend walks out, one of the best ever to wear that Sri Lanka jersey comes out to bat, Abhijit De Silva. Who can forget that World Cup final century against Australia in 1996, and that counter-attacking 50 against India in that semi-final, one of the best ever knocks in the history of the game, you can say. And Henry Pollock, yes, also the stray.
15,645 international runs in 93 test matches and 308 ODIs. Well left by the legend himself, Aravinda De Silva. Here's one of the Sri Lankans playing on the other side. He's not a cricketing legend, but a rugby legend here in the island nation. And end of the second over, it's 14 for 1.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Our calls will continue. Give away 6 runs in that first over. Ball that brilliant bouncer to Mahela Jayawardena. Will be a single once again. And the rugby boys, they'll be happy that they have considered just one boundary so far.
They've gone very aggressive early on, isn't it? bowled a couple of bouncers. There's a young blood in them. Alex Scholes had a very good first over, kept it neat and tight. This 1996 team, 30 years since their victory, Laksisi had a bit of a tour at the start of this year, and Aravinda De Silva was a major feature in that too, and he gets off the mark with a single as Campese throws to the ball.
Alex Scholes playing for Northampton Saints. Northampton Saints who are here to play that encounter, rugby encounter on Friday against Asia Pacific Lions. Asia Pacific Lions playing their first encounter. And here's Sabir Kadir, the man behind the whole Asia Pacific Lions concept. He's worked really hard for the past couple of years to make this encounter a reality. And here's the replay from that first wicket. Dawson taking that catch, and Mahela trying to drive it away on the offside, unable to get the timing, who connect it in the right part of the bat.
England strum off Alex Mitchell with the slips today. Edged is it. Aravinda De Silva gone. Alex Scholes with the wicket. A bit of shape from Alex Scholes early on. De Silva nicked it. And he'll walk off after facing just two deliveries. What a delivery from Alex Scholes. De Silva nicked it. Campese with the glove work behind the stumps. And a legend departs just for one run.
Aravinda De Silva departs. Alex Scholes, a big wicket for the Rugby Stars. And Mad Max faces only 3 deliveries. Sri Lanka Cricket Legends 17 for 2 after 2.4.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
Hemanta Wickramaratne, the new batter for Sri Lanka Cricket Legends. I think it's fair to say that Sri Lanka Cricket Legends in a bit of a spot of bother here a bit against the Rugby Stars.
Well, two batsmen that they relied on heavily to win that 1996 World Cup. Back in the sheds, Henry Pollock got Kalwitharana's wicket. Alex Scholes with a peach of a delivery to get a fantastic batsman out. Hemanta Wickramaratne, the new batter for Sri Lanka.
So last night at the Night of Stars event, both of them actually mentioned that they have played some sort of cricket back in England, and both of them mentioned that they are fast bowlers as well, so they have used those skills to perfection here to take the wickets of 2 World Cup winners. And that's the end of the 3rd over, I believe. Sri Lanka Cricket Legends 17 for 2.
Down, Sri Lanka Cricket Legends are 17 for 2.
Completed 17 for 2, Sri Lanka Cricket Legends. Some fiery bowling coming in from the lads who are professional with the oval-shaped ball.
Yes, they have some very accurate bowling, Sudarshan. Some of these cricketers struggle these days under these conditions to handle the new ball. I'll tell you what, after handling such a big ball, but 5.5 ounces of 156 grams, these guys Got immaculate control.
Yeah, all of them having had a very long flight just yesterday as well, not much of rest, and here they are rocking up to Thurstan, take on absolute legend Andrew Pollock, one of the brightest and biggest names in world rugby right now. A young lad who's really making his name. But how about this delivery?
That pitch, I'll tell you what, that's his fantastic glove work. He used to catch those high balls, and that was traveling. That's the first time ever in his life, I think, he would have caught a ball that was traveling that flat.
David Campisi, absolute legend for Australia. Test centurion as well. Gamli, you were telling me you've seen a lot of that in person. Plenty Bledisloe clubs under his belt as well.
Oh, he's an icon in rugby. Not only world when it comes to wallabies, but world rugby. You know, the amount of kids that used to follow back in the 80s. You know, they've done a yeoman service to this rugby. There's Chaminda Was, another legend.
A massive fan of the World Shape ball game as well. I do know that his son is currently a rugby player for his college, having a word with the captain of Asia Pacific Lions.
Yeah, you mentioned about Pollock. They've got a very high opinion about him, don't they, in England? Oh, driven. Through extra cover, even with all that downpour, outfield is still, you get enough value for your shots.
It races away as 4 is completed, 24 for 2, Sri Lanka Cricket Legends.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel to World of Sports at your convenience. Join now.
What a brilliant game we have here. Charity T20 match in aid of the Alzheimer's Foundation. Some brilliant stories and some memories some of these players are going to take with them for a long, long time. Kabili. Loose ball. But just has the legs to get away from the fielder.
Yeah, it was swirling, wasn't it? Wasn't the easiest of catches. Did the hard work, got close to it. Mahela Jayawardene, that was one of his favourite shots, his drop kick on the onside. Waited for it, nicely placed once again. Yeah, Smith conceding 2 boundaries. Yeah, it's a great course, isn't it? I think only foundation in Sri Lanka where you got a feel for those people, and it's brilliant. I mean, you got to take your hats off to people who are involved in this event.
Mahela Jayawardene. Yeah, former Sri Lankan skipper gets in on the act.
It's funny, Smith, after conceding 3 boundaries, he says, yeah, I need a replacement from the bench.
Mahela in the 5th over now, 14 deliveries. He's been there. Now looking to free his arms.
Yeah, I was having a chat with Mahela just before the game, and I mean, we all know that he's involved with cricketing franchises right around the world, but these days his go-to sport is golf.
Yeah, the captain of Royal Colombo Golf Club. Jayawardena currently?
Yeah, yesterday there was a golf tournament and he came to the quarterfinals. Players have a single handicap these days.
Easily negotiated for a single by Vikramaratne. Dawson has been the most expensive bowler so far. But Alex Cole's many 22 English caps. But something that he's going to have right around there is the fact that he bowled a beautiful delivery to get Aravinda De Silva out with David Campisi behind the wickets.
Yeah, what about combination? Top edge. Just cleared. Jayawardena gets the first 6 of this match.
First 6 of the day.
Yeah, you mentioned about Coles, Bull, Coles, Court, Campisi, and the 3 names. What 3 brilliant names, Aravinda De Silva. I'll tell you what, I think Aravinda was more worried about. I don't think he has ever faced a bowler that released the ball from that height. He's 6'8" or something, and you add another 1.5 feet there, so that's about, he's releasing from what, 7'5".
5 overs down.
And never easy, isn't it, to try and spot that, and he was delivering those at some decent space, 125 plus.
There's his last 6. I think Cole should have taken that catch on the boundary. Need another 1.5 foot, really.
.44 for 2 in the 6th over now. Some spin coming on and some movement.
What about that for an action? He looks like he has been bowling all year. Gets his front arm up. Got a bit of turn too. There is a fielder out there. Wow, good skills those. What about the slide?
Jamie Vardy putting in the dive. He's come on to the field. The captain of the APL Asia Pacific Lions. Some of the lads here from the Saints squad having a very good laugh. Seems like they've showed them that we are not going to take part in if you're on to touch rugby.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on the guys actually who are on the field than the actual teammates who are watching from the grandstand. I'm sure after today's match, over some refreshments, there'll be plenty of talk about this match.
Down leg side this time. Mahela Lynch is on, but the cover is good. The throw can be better.
But I'll tell you what, he hasn't got the strongest arm, but his ground fielding skills is good as any. Yeah, plenty of people have turned up to watch this historic encounter. Very nicely bowled.
Alex Mitchell doing a very good job to contain.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Six overs done, 48 for 2. Mahela Jayawardena with a bit of a burst in that Dawson over. On 34 runs, Jayawardene Wickramaratne playing a bit of an anchor's role here after the 2 early wickets. Will Guinea looks on. He's been doing a bit of practicing. Sabir Kader was hell-bent that Will Guinea will do really well today. Jayawardene misses it, Campisi misses it, and it trickles down to the boundary for 4 and a wide of the first ball of Rajitha De Silva's over.
Dr. Rajitha De Silva not getting his aim right to begin this over. Yeah, David Campisi just couldn't do anything there. Bit too much for him to do. Rather 34 of 18 now. Once again advancing down and just hitting it away quite easily. Now you can just see that Mahela Jayawardene is slowly coming into his own in this encounter. You can just see the way from he times the ball.
Ground fielding so far has been superb. Some of the boys that will feature on Friday. The Northampton Saints and the Asia Pacific Lions. Wickramaratne tucks it on the leg side. George Hendy clears it up. There's something about the way they feel on the ground, isn't it, Laksisi? But after they do it off the ground, the shoulders might be a bit sore after those tackles, so the throw is not coming as fast as you would expect it to. They're doing some really handy work on the ground.
I believe they're used to passing the ball mainly, and it's not the same ball as well. A bit that's the main problem for them. Not a lot of throwing that they do. Hemant Wickramaratne on 9. Using his feet once again. Will this be taken? Almost taken. What a take that would have been. Believe that was Freeman with that brilliant effort.
Here's Hemant Wickramaratne, who came down the track and got a bit of an edge on it. Oh, what an effort. What an effort from Tommy Freeman. 30 caps for England. Now Wickramaratne comes down the track once again, gets a better strike this time. Sam Vesti clears it up in the deep.
And Tommy Freeman with that attempt. Now Freeman had a brilliant Six Nations tournament last year, if I'm not wrong. Abid, I think, scored a lot of tries last year. Oh, here's Mahela. Once again advancing down the ground, but just not getting the connection he was looking for, and that will be an overthrow. No extra runs given away, luckily. So end of the 7th. Sri Lanka Cricket Legends 60 for 2.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
$60 for 2 here at the Thurstan Grounds charity T20 match. Now brought down to 12 overs because of the showers early on. We've got a combined team of the Northampton Saints and the Asia Pacific Lions, and then of course the Sri Lanka cricketing legends, featuring many of the legends from the 1996 World Cup winning team. If you're around the area and you want to see a couple of legends from 2 different sports, you know where to be. Thurstan Grounds is the place today.
Mitchell to continue, and believe that might be very, very close, but no. That looked really close. Alex Mitchell meeting Mahaljardhana, trying to walk towards his off and go for that signature sweep of his, which he played quite a lot during his playing days.
He's getting some good drift off the turf, Alex Mitchell. Good grip on the ball. This time, Vikramaratne smashes it. But the two fielders come across to do the clearing work. Vikramaratne has looked to come down the track and try and open up the field a bit for himself. Jayawardene was doing the scoring, but the boundaries have dried up.
Using his feet, Mahela Jayawardene, and he clears the boundary quite easily. His second maximum of this encounter. He moves on to 43.
Well, it's so easy on the eye, isn't it, when Jayawardene has a blade in his hand. Just have a look at this. Came down the track, made a good ball, a bad ball, made it a full toss and just whacked it on the leg side for a sixer. Down the track once again, Jayawardene on the leg side. This time one bounce to the boundary for 4. Moves on to 47. Well, Jayawardene is in fine touch.
I just look at that, placed it to perfection. And the way he's playing, it looks like that he never stopped playing with. That's how good he has been in this innings so far, Mahela Jayawardene. And goes for the reverse sweep and misses out. Alex Mitchell almost getting the prize wicket of Mahela Jayawardene. Well, Mahela playing the reverse sweep doesn't really have good memories for Sri Lankans. If you remember the 2012 T20 World Cup final when he got out after playing the reverse sweep.
Cuts it away, Mahela Jayawardene, and that's his 50. Beautiful innings so far from Jayawardene. He has 54 international hundreds, and he can add this 50 to his list of 50s. And it's a very well timed innings and an important innings for the Sri Lanka cricketing legends when they were in a spot of bother. Well played, Jayawardene.
.76 for 2, brilliant partnership for the third wicket for Sri Lanka cricket legends. And here's Tommy Freeman. Tommy Freeman with that earlier attempt, a valiant effort to try and remove Hemantha Vikramaratne. Here's Freeman. Oh, that's played away nicely by Vikramaratne. And Fazil Marija in the deep. Fazil Marija, of course, no longer playing, but very much active in the rugby scene. Just won the Schools Rugby League and the Knockouts and the Bradby as well as a coach for Trinity College. And here's Mahela Jayawardene again. Short delivery and Fazil Marija takes the catch. Mahela Jayawardene has to depart for 51. Former rugby captain of Sri Lanka. Who's the former Sri Lanka cricket captain.
What a catch from Fazil Marija, but a brilliant innings from Mahela Jayawardene comes to an end. It was a short ball from Tommy Freeman. Placed himself brilliantly well, Fazil Marija. And signals that he's got the big wicket. Mahela Jayawardene has to depart after playing a very handy innings of 51. Strike rate of 188.89. Not too bad for a legend. 77 for 3.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
Fasil Marija. And Pulchandana is the new batter for Sri Lanka Cricket Legends. Pulchandana is a part of that 1996 World Cup winning squad. And just like Ramesh Kaldar, he was someone who was there when T20 cricket started as well. T20 cricket started, Pulchandana. They played until 2006-07, if I'm not wrong. He was very young when Sri Lanka won that World Cup in 1996 with Pulchandana. Tommy Freeman has taken the wicket of a former Sri Lanka World Cup winner, T20 World Cup winner. Someone who captained Sri Lanka to 2 World Cup finals. And someone who just scored a 50. So not bad for Tommy Freeman.
They can add that to his list of accomplishments. First English player to score a try in all 5 rounds of the Six Nations in 2025. 30 caps for England. And the wicket of Mahela Jayawardene. And 2 wides in a row. Got the prized wicket, but hasn't been on target so far. Be happy with the wicket, not with the 2 wides after that.
A lot better this time. Slightly short. It worked with the clean-up work. So Sri Lanka Cricket Legends 22 more deliveries to go in their innings. Skipper Azur Rantunga mentioned somewhere around 80 to 100 at the toss. And they have already managed to get to 80. Short delivery. Hemantha Wickramaratne plays it away on the leg side quite easily. A boundary. Hemantha Wickramaratne playing really well. Doing that rebuilding job with Mahela Jayawardene after Sri Lanka Cricket Legends lost the 2 early wickets.
Going at over 9 and over. Wickramaratne took a back seat while Jayawardene was going at it, but now has to stay there, get the ball rolling for the Sri Lanka Cricketing Legends. 2 boundaries in a row from Wickramaratne on the same spot on the leg side. And the ball will come back a little damp for Freeman, and it'll make it a bit easier for Wickramaratne to blow it out of the park. 2 important boundaries, Laksisi, to get the scoreboard ticking after a big wicket. Former national selector as well, Wickramaratne, of the Sri Lanka cricket team. Oh, Freeman frees his arms a bit too much there. Campese can't get there, but doesn't make it to the boundary, so the batsman will cross over for a single, and Chandana gets on strike. 3 wides in the over from Tommy Freeman. The English win 3/4. Mates will have a bit of a chuckle of the wides that he's bowled. Oh, almost the wicket of Upul Chandana as well after getting the wicket of Mahela Jayawardene in that over, but it goes for 6. End of 9 overs. It's 95 for 3.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
7 for 3 of 9 overs. Now, our friends from Cinema Life are here with plenty of delicious food and drink in the white marquee just by the boundary road. If at any point you get hungry or thirsty, please make Cinema Life. Please make Cinema Life a visit.
9 overs completed. The game reduced to a 12-over game due to the fact that the rain came out, all guns blazing just before the commencement of the game. Mahela Jayawardene, after briskly scoring a 50, departed. That's a full toss, if there ever was one.
Yeah, you can understand why the game is reduced to 12 overs. And
Brings up the
that's a very funny call. The batter was outside the crease, wasn't he? Before the point of delivery, batter was so far outside the crease that cannot be called a no ball. There you are.
Hundred up for the Sri Lanka cricketing legends as this one is hoisted up. Didn't judge it well.
Yeah, never easy running backwards. That's a lot of hanging time too. Normally these guys are pretty good on high ball.
But
not
chasing a
bigger
much
than that.
larger
Oh,
one, Kamini. There's another boundary from Vikramaratne, who's taken on the aggressor role since Jayawardene departed. Currently going at 11 runs and over.
Yeah, George Hendy is a fullback for the Premiers. In the gap, Upul Chandana gets a boundary towards mid-wicket.
Well, I'm wondering out loud, Sri Lanka cricketing legends are taking the field. Why isn't Mr. Gamini Pereira sitting next to us? He should be on the field. Delivering those very difficult
I'll tell you what, when I run around with the 7.5 footers, I look like a midget.
Well, you are not far away from Sabir and Vilginia. But what a brilliant cause this is being played for. Alzheimer's Foundation, and you can donate through the QR as well. Ahead of the Saints match versus Asia Pacific Lions, they've come together to make sure that we raise awareness, and it's a very, very great cause. As you can see the QR, you can scan that and make your donations. As
And he's feeling it too.
From a Fiji skipper. I'm sure a lot of the people would have had hearts in their mouths, because his skills are much more needed on Friday. But that was his sitter. Now being made to pay.
Yes, struggling with his length, isn't he, Hendy?
I'm also very aware that these rugby players are big and very...
This will be interesting. Vilginia played a bit of cricket in his junior days.
Well, yesterday at the night with the Stars, he was asked whether he was any good at cricket. He said, I'm an aggressive number 3 batsman.
I'll tell you what, he was practicing his shots just before the match. He nearly took the head off the cameraman. What a terrific player he was at the...
Reminder, you can scan the QR on your screen and make your generous donations to Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation, a charity that is being benefited by this wonderful encounter. And we eagerly ask you to make your generous donations and really support the cause. Kenya's first delivery on the pads.
Yeah, terrific cause. Like I mentioned before, Sudarshan, people who have put their time and effort for an event like this, and you know, you've got legends from all over the world, really. You've got 2 rugby and cricket winning captains out there. So that says it all. And he's that man behind stumps, still adjusting his field.
David Campisi, an absolute legend of his time, a winger with flair. Guinea yet again bowling in a very good area, just a single at this point in time. Penultimate over of the competition as well, 2 singles, they will take that any day.
A good start for him. What about the direction? He's landing it on the spot. Again, Hemantha Wickramaratne. He's asking the umpire, how is that, mate?
It's kept low as well, keeping it low, not giving it much elevation so that the batters can get underneath that. Yeah, kept low.
Yeah, Wilginia with all the achievements he's had over the years. As a matter of fact, he was one of the very first Wallabies to cross over to Melbourne Rebels when the Rebels came into the Super Rugby. Chandana gets another boundary. Yeah, the skipper is not happy with the field placings.
Yeah, you can excuse the lads for that, and Pulchandana getting underneath that one, and Bulgaria, yes, what a brilliant career, isn't it? One of the 7 most capped Wallabies. Won the Super Rugby as well in 2010, if I'm not wrong.
That's up in the air. Oh, easy as you like. And Wilginia picks up a wicket. Not a bad over this.
A fabulous one at that. Just 6 runs and a wicket as well. The wicket of Chandana, who was looking very aggressive. Top edge. And right underneath that. Good technique catching the delivery as well. Just we'll keep it down, lads. We'll keep it down.
Yeah, as you would expect for a second rower. He should have bucket hands, wouldn't it? This ball must be feeling very small. There you go, Roshan Manama, the new batter.
Yeah, Wickramaratne retires as well.
Yeah, and Captain Cool walks in. Arjuna Ranatung and Roshan Manama to face. Well, we got 7 deliveries. Sri Lankan cricket legends, 131 for 4.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
0003, if that is your vehicle, would you please move it? Thank you.
The man who led the side, who created the juggernaut that is Sri Lanka cricket. Arjuna Ranatungi in the middle, Wilginia. And he's in his usual fashion. Walks to the other end.
And what about those pads? He still wear the same old, I mean, it's a new pair, all right, but the same type. For his younger days, those were called Tendolkar pads. And yeah, Roshan, talking about charity, Roshan Mahanama is involved with a lot of charity events these days, and there's a lot for the community.
Well, this may be a friendly charity game, but these lads take their cricket very serious, isn't it, Kamini, irrespective of what they're competing with. Hashan Tilakaratne, newly appointed batting coach of the Sri Lanka High Performance Centre at Sri Lanka Cricket. Another member of that World Cup winning 96 outfit.
There are plenty of captains in the Sri Lankan cricketers legends list, haven't they? 2 of them out there in the middle. We just saw one of them sitting in the dugout. Wow. Even he is surprised with that delivery.
Fazil Marija, arguably the best Sri Lankan first 5/8 of fly-off. to have ever played the game, captained the 15s and 7s.
Yeah, he's under scrutiny for his action. The legitimate. Oh, no. Yeah, he should receive a warning for that one.
Mr. Murray. Celebrated coach in both schools and club rugby here in Sri Lanka. Goes straight up by Arjun. The first ball, first legitimate ball delivered by Fazil.
Some of the members from the Champions Saints team. So 2 very good overs at the end. So Darshan from the Rugby Legends. One from Will Guinea, this one from Marja. One of his customary shots, which you don't see in modern day cricket. Late cut. Arjun used to be so good at that.
Ah, the deft touch that he had. Marja holding his own 5 deliveries, just the 3 runs in the final over, and yet again gets that touch Gamini was talking about, that the ball runs down to the boundary. And that's the innings. 139 for 4. A decent target, Gamini, not something that is out of reach. We've seen some surprises when it came to bowling from the rugby lads. How good will their batting be?
I'll tell you what, it's about 65 yards and one side is about 55 yards. These rugby boys, if they get anything on the bat, this might land on Bauta Lokamavata. That's how strong these lads are. And yeah, like you said, you know, it's a challenging total, but it's definitely not out of reach.
Oh, what a privilege to see these two men walking out yet again together. Arjun Ranatunga and Rushan Mahanam are both World Cup winners with Sri Lanka in 1996, and the Rugby Stars, sizable total of 139 runs, need to get 140 to win this one. Having a good laugh already.
They are talking about drop catches and misfields. They played a good spirit. And I think they'll be relieved that the most difficult part in a cricket game they're all done with. And it's Dr. Raj De Silva, one of Sri Lankans in this lineup. He's one of the best in the business when it comes to cardiology surgeons. And
well, if you know anything about cricket, you're not going to be too happy to see who's warming up to ball for Sri Lanka. And if you're a fan of the rugby team, that is, Dhammika Prasad and Ajantha Mendis. Some of the best in the business couldn't read those deliveries by Mendis, and Dhammika Prasad still has some pace behind him.
What, he only stopped playing cricket 3-4 years ago, so he was very competitive. These are some of the highlights. Mahale Jayawardene was explosive with the bat in hand. Kalu Itarna was the first to be dismissed. Aravinda De Silva got an absolute beauty from Coles, and what a catch from Campo behind the stumps. Hemantha Vikramaratne with his cover drive. Jayawardene was relentless on the onside and his placement. That went all the way. That was a great effort from the deep. Seven continued to penetrate those gaps on the onside and behind on the offside. That brought his 50. And then he was caught by Fasil Marja deep mid wicket. Chandana making use of a full toss. Vikramaratne. Another drop chance from Fiji captain. Chandana targeting that shorter side up until he was caught. Nice catch by Coles. Captain Cool Ranathunga himself scoring a boundary of the last ball of the innings. So 12 overs. Alamitan opened, Jayawardena 51, Chandana got a start. Vikramaratne, not too shabby at all up until he was retired. 39 off 22, and Ranathunga and Mahanama had the privilege of facing that last over. 139 for 4. Coles was brilliant. 2 overs, bowled with some pace, didn't he? 9 runs considered 1. So was Pollock, pretty good. Only 14. Dawson went for plenty. Michelle, 2 overs for 19. The other bowler was trusted. Raditha De Silva 1 over 12 runs. Freeman, the only over he bowled, picked up a wicket but conceded plenty. And Hendy conceded 20 runs. So after 12 overs, 139, 140 is the target. We'll have a short break, and on the other side, the rugby legends will be chasing this total. Well, we've got Laksisi down there with the half century in Mahela Jayawardena.
So joining with me right now is the former Sri Lanka captain, T20 World Cup winner, and someone who's just scored a 50, Mahela Jayawardena. Well played, Mahela. What a knock.
Thank you. I was out of breath at the end, but yeah, it was quite enjoyable.
So just tell us a bit about this encounter and this whole course that all of you have come out to play.
Yeah, I think when Rohan and them organised the thing, obviously it's a great course that we are playing for. And obviously the rugby boys are in town, and we grew up watching rugby. I'm a huge rugby fan, so couldn't say no to that. And having David Campesi keeping wickets behind me, trash talking, it was good fun. I think, this is what all about. I mean, these guys are quite amazed how big rugby is in Sri Lanka, and they're all happy to be here. I'm looking forward to watching the 2 games that they're going to play. It'll be good fun.
So as you mentioned, you're a big rugby fan. So how much does this encounter mean to Sri Lanka, the encounter that's happening on Friday? A champion side from England playing here in Sri Lanka.
No, it is. I think, lately our rugby's going in the right direction, and I'm quite enjoying even schools rugby, club rugby, and the national team, the performance. We got some amazing talent, and for Northampton Saints to come down here, and obviously there's Asia Pacifica. I mean, we got some amazing players. I saw Will after a long time, met him, and it's great to have. And for all the rugby fans, and even for the players and the younger guys, school boys as well, to come and watch these guys play, and the intensity, the skill that they possess as well. So it will be something really good.
So thank you very much for joining with us, Mahela, and thank you very much for taking us on a trip down the memory lane.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
A tradition returns. The heart of school cricket reignites. Where legends first tasted glory has returned. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Every six, every cheer, every memory. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Live on the Papare 2, the Papare 2 HD, the Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ පුරාවෘතයක් මුලින්ම කීර්තිය රස බැලූ සම්ප්‍රදායක් නැවත පැමිණේ. Lemonade Sixes 2026 විජයග්‍රාහී පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් වේදිකාවේ සෑම ලකුණක්ම සෑම ප්‍රීති ഘോഷාවක්ම සෑම මතකයක්ම විඳගන්න. සැප්තැම්බර් 4 සහ 5 The Papare 2, The Papare 2 HD, Dialog Play App සහ ThePapare.com ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Two sports, one stage, one incredible course. International Rugby's hardest hitters take on Sri Lanka's greatest cricketing icons. A night where rivals unite for charity, for community, for Sri Lanka. International Rugby Stars versus Sri Lanka cricketing legend. Catch the action live on the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
A tradition returns. The heart of school cricket reignites. Where legends first tasted glory has returned. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Every six, every cheer, every memory. Lemonade Sixes 2026, live on the Papare 2, the Papare 2 HD, the Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ පුරාවෘතයක් මුලින්ම කීර්තිය රස බැලූ සම්ප්‍රදායක් නැවත පැමිණේ. Lemonade Sixes 2026 විජයග්‍රාහී පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් වේදිකාවේ සෑම ලකුණක්ම සෑම ප්‍රීති ഘോഷාවක්ම සෑම මතකයක්ම විඳගන්න. සැප්තැම්බර් 4 සහ 5 The Papare 2, The Papare 2 HD, Dialog Play App සහ ThePapare.com ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ පුරාවෘතයක් මුලින්ම කීර්තිය රස බැලූ සම්ප්‍රදායක් නැවත පැමිණේ. Lemonade Sixes 2026 විජයග්‍රාහී පාසල් ක්‍රිකට් වේදිකාවේ සෑම ලකුණක්ම සෑම ප්‍රීති ഘോഷාවක්ම සෑම මතකයක්ම විඳගන්න. සැප්තැම්බර් 4 සහ 5 The Papare 2, The Papare 2 HD, Dialog Play App සහ ThePapare.com ඔස්සේ සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
A tradition returns. The heart of school cricket reignites. Where legends first tasted glory has returned. Lemonade Sixes 2026. Every six, every cheer, every memory. Lemonade Sixes 2026, live on the Papare 2, the Papare 2 HD, the Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews, and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and
Welcome back to the live action from the Thurstan Grounds. International Rugby Stars taking on the Sri Lankan cricketing legends in this charity encounter. Reduced to 12 overs due to the sudden downpour that we had, but this is how the Sri Lankan cricketing legends fared. Mahela Jayawardena with a brisk 50 and Hemantha Wickramaratne also adding on 39. A wicket apiece for Coles, Pollock and Freeman. And International Rugby Stars, fair to say, managed to restrict the cricketing legends to 139.
Gee, they got off to a very good start, didn't they? And just in those middle overs when Mahela started taking to all parts. But other than that, yeah, 139, like we discussed before the break. Sudarsana, it's a challenging one, but it's certainly not out of reach. And George Hendy is opening the batting with Tikili.
Well, these lads surely does have plenty of strength and power behind them. It's just a matter of getting backed on ball and it'll fly away. And if you are here and listening to us and have parked at the car park, I suggest you move.
Yeah, and this is something that you will not see every day. It's also these, gentle giants, you can call it. And the bat in that hand, it looks like a matchstick.
Well, all of these absolute legends enjoying their time here in Sri Lanka, receiving the best hospitality possible at South Asia's largest integrated resort, Cinnamon Life at City of Dreams, enjoying the atmosphere and the world-class hospitality delivered to them as well. And what an absolute legend to start out the bowling. Chaminda was earlier in your screen. Mahela Jayawardena, the half century.
Yeah, the icons, aren't they? Not only Sri Lanka cricket, it's when it comes to world cricket, and Chaminda was. These days people talk about Michelle Stark as a left-arm fast bowler, but I'll put Chaminda Was in the best three along with Akram. Stark, the control and the fitness he had, what a glittering career.
And to have done that all in the subcontinent as well, didn't get many opportunities in far-seeming wickets, but needing to have a stretch.
Yep. What about the seam presentation? Still getting that ball to dip in. There you are. Perfect skill.
Molded generations of Sri Lankan young lads who wanted to bowl just like him. Dhammika Prasad rushing on to that. Seems like the rugby boys, their first mandate is to make sure that they survive the 12 overs.
Yeah, do not underestimate these guys. Taps it on the pad. Yeah, after that first wide, even at this age, Sudarshan, how you corrected himself, the very next ball.
Well, Sabi Kader, the man who was involved and whose brainchild this was, picking up an injury. How about that?
Hendy gets his innings underway with a very nice late cut. Nice feet. Everything right about that one, didn't it? Wilkinia.
Well, who reported yesterday did say that he was a very aggressive number 3, so going to be very interesting to see what the lad will be able to try and deliver here.
Well, I think that bat is far too small for him. He's keeping that bat on the top of his shoe. He struggled to cope up with the swing.
Nairaboro has represented the Waratahs as well. Going to be a very important lad for the Asia Pacific Lions. Despite his large frame, plays in the back line. Kamini as a centre. So going to be quite a bit of work for the Saints to try and stop him.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be quite a spectacle, that rugby game coming up on Saturday. Trying to back himself away from the delivery, looking to penetrate that offside. Hashan Tilakarat's first slip. Oh, that's been hit hard. Dhammika Prasad, that's the fielding. That'll calm his nerves somewhat. That came right off the middle of the bat. After the first over, 2 for no loss.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
First over down. The rugby boys off to a great start.
2 runs off the first over for the International Rugby Stars. No wickets. Ravindra Pushpakumar, another World Cup winner, lining up to take on the second over. Dhammika Prasad still hasn't been called on to the bowling duties. Going to be one of those lethal operators with the pace behind him.
Yeah, Ravindra Pushpakumar, he was called local waka at the time. He could be quite nippy at his peak. Yeah, half slinging action. That's nicely placed. That's a very nice cricket shot. Well appreciated by people who have turned up in numbers to see these legends in action. Yeah, just a gentle back foot drive, you could call it.
Yeah, beautifully played. Hendy did showcase his ability with the ball as well. Had a very good action, like you mentioned. You spotted that straight away. And yet again, nicer this time.
Well, very similar delivery, but this time he gets across. Upul Chandana was regarded as one of the best fielders Sri Lanka ever produced. That was only about 2 yards away from him. Even he couldn't stop it. Now have a look at this. Hands coming from high to low. That's out of the top shelf.
Well, seems like there has been some training that's gone on. Maybe they've hit the nets back at home.
Arjun Ranatunga, well, he didn't miss a beat when he was captaining on the field. He's moved the firing line, that very wide gully. Mahanama is another who was regarded as one of the most brilliant fielders this time, showcasing his foot skills.
A better football. Roshan Mahanama, what a brilliant fielder he was in his day. Remember the Akai Trophy and a couple of the catches that he took in the tri-series.
Yeah, being a right-handed Tekili, I reckon he's a right footer when he's kicking the rugby ball. Right now, his back foot is coming beyond the front foot. Oh, once again. Hit and a miss.
I wanted to send it down to CRNFC. That's the end of the second. 9 from that second over. Rugby Stars 11 for none.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
David Campisi, the wicket-keeper of the Cricket Stars, but very well known as one of the flashiest wingers of yesterday.
I used to love watching him. He had magic feet. Oh, that was hurried on to him, Dhammika Prasad. Still got a bit of pace, hasn't he?
Well, Hendy says, I thought this was supposed to be a charity game, played for fun, then it's becoming serious. Prasad running on. Out through the keeper and the slip. Runs down to the boundary. That's the second of the innings for the Rugby Stars.
Yeah, incidentally, Sudarshana Prasad is still involved in these Legends games and Masters cricket around the world. So, as part of the USA coaching staff as well. Well, yeah, I think that was a promising move. Yeah, I think that's a wise thing to do, not to put your hand to that, because you got bigger and bigger things in life. Oh, this is it in the gap. He saw Mahala Javardhan playing some drop kicks on the onside, and this is good as any highlight. That was perfectly picked.
Third boundary of the batter of Fendi. He hits it and it stays hit. Drop kicks, very usual in the game of rugby, but Hendy is currently showcasing while he's there. The Rugby Stars are going to be alive in this game.
Yeah, they've got off to a good start. How was Aravind De Silva fielding that ball cleanly? You know, while he looking to go over the bowler's head. Now, modern day cricket, so there's a lot of fielding coaches tell their students to be neat. Take a look at De Silva, how he fielded that ball. 19 for no loss after 3.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Of the way through the chase, the rugby ball.
3 overs done, quarter of the way through this International Rugby Stars innings, 19 for no loss. George Hendy has got off to a really good start for the Rugby Stars. Haven't lost a wicket yet. Nairavoro hasn't got bat to ball cleanly so far, Gamini. This one too in the block hole from Pushpa Kumara. That's a good delivery. Nairavoro needs to try and get bat to ball, try and get the strike to Hendy. He seems to be the man for the Rugby Stars.
Yeah, I don't think the Sri Lankans will mind that. Such a strong lad. If he gets one in the middle, look out. Yet to get off the mark. Well, swayed away from him. Into Pushpa Kumar. It doesn't matter where you play cricket and which stage and which age. Abid Arjuna Ranatunga. Oh, there he gets one. That's running down the boundary. De Silva in hot pursuit. Yeah, even with the heavy outfield, that reaches a boundary. And big cheer from the outside for Tekili.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're waiting for it to hit the bat. Cross bat from Nairavoro. Gets it in the gap. And Aravind De Silva thought of it for a second, may have thought of the dive, but knew that it's just a boundary that's going to cost them. Good shape from Pushpa Kumara. 31 ODIs for Sri Lanka, 24 wickets. What a bowler he was back in his heyday. My goodness, that bat is absolutely small. This one gets hold of it, but no real timing on that one. Javardhan will come across to cut it off. Just a single. Hendy back on strike.
Yeah, although he's such a strong lad, Tekili Nairavoro, he's got a very short backlift. That's why he's not getting any power right. But this lad, oh, nicely taken. Safe as houses, Aravind De Silva. Feeling at long on. Pushpa Kumara picks his first wicket. Yeah, just a moment ago, Abitai said, you know, still these younger cricketers can pick a thing or two from these legends, and that is good technique. Hands pointing out upwards.
Even better catch sees George Hendy make his way back to the pavilion.
Hendy goes for 18. International Rugby Stars, 24 for 1.
Here's the 7th most capped Wallaby who has come in at number 3 for the International Rugby Stars, Will Guinea. 110 caps for Australia. See what he's got. All right, what a start. Perfect back foot defense.
I'll tell you what, I mentioned this before. He's played a bit of junior cricket back in the day, and he was taking some shots just before the match started, and he looked in pretty good nick. And his hand-eye coordination, I was very impressed by that.
He almost took Chamin Dawas's head off. 24 for 1 after 4.
The 24 for 2.
George Hendy took the International Rugby Stars off to a good start with a couple of boundaries. Someone needs to take the innings forward for the Rugby Stars. Nairoboro seems like he could do it. Run us through how you buy a bat, Gamini. When you go to the shop, what's the first thing you check? How tall the bat is?
Yeah, it does matter. And a lot of the international cricketers these days, those bats are specially made for them. And can remember back in the day, players like Curtly Ambrose, who was 7-footed, they specially made bats with long handles. And yeah, he definitely seems like need one of those. Stump. Ramesh.
Kalwitharana. I think he's got him. He's got him. Quick hands of Ramesh Kalwitharana. Gets the wicket of Nairoboro. When they looked around, not too sure if he got the stumping or not. Shook hands and Takili has to depart. Have a look at the quick hands. Beauty. Beauty to watch. 75 stumpings in ODIs. You can add this one as well.
He says, you can't do that. Yeah, nice to see Ramesh Kalwitharana. Still has got that knack of breaking the stumps, and straight away it comes to your mind in that semi-final in that 96, how he got Tendolkar out on the leg side after he was wrapped on the pad, and he had the presence of mind to catch him off guard, and that changed the whole concept of the game. Sweep shot.
But Chandana's really ripping the ball through, isn't it? He's making the right-hander work for every single ball. Ball 2 so far. Spun it away from the right-hander. Oh, Mitchell just got there in time. He was going to be another victim of Kalwitharana's quick hands behind the stumps. This time Mitchell gets hold of it, down on one knee, and he's gone all the way. What a shot. Alex Mitchell in on the act. Upul Chandana has been fired away for a 6 off the bat of Mitchell.
That he will remember for a very long time. The first 6 for rugby legends or the Stars. Well, he's after more.
And we move over to Laxisi. He's got one of the Stars with him.
So joining with me right now is Jamie Henry, the Asia Pacific Lions captain and former Japan cap. Jamie, 104 runs to get. Fancy your chances?
Yeah, I believe in our team. I believe we can pull up an upset here. And if we can't, then cricket's the winner at the end of the day.
So, JB, out of cricket, coming back to the real focus point of this whole tour, thoughts on the encounter on Friday, a big encounter when it comes to especially rugby in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, I think the initiative and the idea around this event is awesome. Just opening up avenues for people outside of the main hubs, strong hubs of Asia, like outside of Japan and stuff, and having an event like this where you can bring in high caliber players from all around the world. And to give a spectacle, but also show them what it takes to train as a professional, prepare as a professional, perform as a professional, and recover as a professional rugby athlete. I think it'll show dividends, not just the results, but also just everything that's gone on for this event.
So I believe you have been in Sri Lanka before as well. So thoughts on the overall standard of rugby here in Sri Lanka at the moment?
Yeah, I think this is my third time here in Sri Lanka. The last time I was here was probably 9 years ago, 8-9 years ago, and the level that I've seen from then to now has gone up tremendous. The skill level that's on show, having played against Sri Lanka and the Sri Lankan rugby team, they possess a lot of skills, awesome footwork. The only thing we could always get them on was the physicality, but I see slowly they're building up their courage, they're building up their physicality, their traits there. So I believe they're heading in the right way, right direction. If we can get more talent like this, more events like this, we can expose them. Not only the national team, but schoolboy level rugby. Today we had, I think it was Wesley College, come and do a pose training with us. And as soon as we finished, everyone in their positions took those kids away and just tried to upskill them as best as we could. So, no, it's awesome. I love Sri Lanka. It's an awesome place to be, and yeah, I'm happy to be back.
So as the first ever captain of Asia Pacific Lions, what's your message to the fans to come and support the team on Friday?
My message would be come out, support with open mind. It is a pilot, but in saying that, our preparation doesn't change as professionals. Our willingness to want to work hard and the willingness to want to win doesn't change. So it's something new, but it's something that we hope to progress further into the coming years.
All the best for the game on Friday, Jamie.
Cool, thank you so much.
Heard it from Jamie Henry, New Zealand-born Japanese rugby football union player, played rugby sevens as well from 2013 to 2017. And while we were talking to him, Alex Mitchell just blasted Ajantha Mendis on the offside for a brilliantly played boundary. This is running away as well. This is running away, and this gets to the boundary before Arjuna Ranatunga does.
Yeah, Ajantha Mendis one of the most unfortunate players in Sri Lankan cricket history. He was at his peak when he got the back injury and couldn't compete. He was outside, he was sidelined for a very long time, had to go through a couple of surgeries. This time goes up and over. First runs off the bat for Will Guinea.
You do recall that 6 for 8 against Zimbabwe, isn't it? What a player. What a bowler he was, Ajantha Mendis. This time Alex Mitchell comes down the track, and the same part of the field where he got his first boundary in this over, he gets another. That's a brilliantly played boundary from Alex Mitchell. 6 overs done, it's 50 for 2.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel to World of Sports at your convenience. Join now.
So are we 50 for 2, halfway mark? To get to the total, they'll need 10 runs per over. No, more than 10 runs per over.
Just past the halfway point, Takiri Nairoforo is with us playing for the Asia Pacific Lions on Friday. Former Northampton Saint, T, how good
It's going to be a pull Chandana. Will Guinea goes over the bowler's head. Yeah. An uphill battle for the rugby legends from here. Sudarshana joins me again, and yeah, they need some. They've got big boys, but they need big overs.
Yeah, they need big overs and getting underneath that, and this is one bounce into the ropes. Mitchell has been the aggressor since he's come on. Gamini, can they get him to try and go after the bowling a couple of more times? Because after Pulchandana, There's just 1 over of Dhammika Prasad that they need to try and negotiate.
Wish you all the best. Thank you. Skidinara Vora.
Trying to go after that as well. Didn't get the length right.
How well is he going, Michelle? 22 of 11. This time hangs on the back foot. Yeah, back to that rugby match on Friday, Sudarshan. I think a lot of people are, they cannot wait. You've got Northampton Saints coming to Sri Lanka. It's like, it's one of the biggest achievers in rugby, in world rugby. It's like in cricket to Australia or India. For the if it comes to Premier League, it's like Man City, Liverpool, or Arsenal. So they are the English champions, and to witness them in action in Sri Lanka, it's what an opportunity.
Oh, what a fabulous opportunity for any rugby enthusiast in the country, and also the chances of being able to play, some of these lads play Garmin, especially at the absolute prime. We talk about Henry Pollock, he's just 21 years old, English international, already Alliance represent as well, and most possibly will go on to captain that English side, and to be able to see them on our shores playing rugby is going to be absolutely valuable.
Yeah, Will Guinea has been retired
from the international game, yes, but he's still playing his trade.
Yeah, I think he's into
well,
the
in
coaching,
comes
isn't he?
Fasil Marija.
I think Guinea is involved in coaching these days. So still giving something back to the game. Meanwhile, Michel, he's going along nicely.
Gets out of the squeeze. Marija impatient to go on to the other end. Upul Taranga is what the T-shirt said, but doesn't look like Taranga. Trying to choke.
Yeah, what about in the background? Some of these Thurstan junior cricketers walking along the boundary line. Obviously, what an opportunity for them as well. They wouldn't have been even born. That's gone a long way. It's just bounced just in front. Aravinda De Silva. Now it's gone past the boundary, so it's 4. Yeah, that's a long hit towards that Bauda Lokamavata. That's probably the longest one.
From Sri Lanka, rugby skipper Fasil Marija showing his cricketing prowess. Yeah, on the ground, not bad.
Yes, it's a rare thing these days, cricketers play rugby and rugby players. But back in the day, during these legends' time, there were plenty of cricketers who played rugby and plenty of ruggers who played cricket. Schools, first 11, club level, and even there were some double internationals. I can remember. Oh, gone. Ajanta Mendis takes a comfortable catch, and that will be the end of Fasil Marija.
Coming into bat for the rugby boys. Captain of the rugby side, former World Cup winner for Australia, David Campisi.
Malika Bandara getting that wicket. Ajanta Mendis underneath that ball. And Marija departs for David Campisi to come on to the middle. Still a big smile on his face. Can work on taking off his helmet.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
A World Cup winner at the crease, a World Cup winner with the ball in hand.
A deft little nudge. And gets his innings underway. Yeah, what a sight. World Cup winning cricket captain to World Cup winning rugby captain. Within span of what? Campisi won it in 91, so Arjuna won it in 96. On the back foot. Oh!
Opal Chandra.
Age is just a number.
Age is merely a number. And some of the lads just across the road from who are currently in the middle at SSC will end with that.
That from Upal Chandana will be one of the better takes you will ever see this summer. Phenomenal stuff. Coming into bat for the rugby boys, Northampton Saints captain Fraser Dingwall.
Well, has he even put on 200 grams since he
No,
retired from
he's
play?
one of those lads. People used to pick on him all the time back in the day in the dressing room. That you're a guy. Even if you eat pure flour, you won't put on weight.
We'll cross over to the ground, Laksisi with Wilginia.
So joining me right now is the former Australian scrum half, basically a legend of the game, Wilginia. Will, not bad out there when it comes to cricket as well?
Yeah, it's a really cool initiative, you know, the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation to get together legends of the game from Sri Lanka and obviously us rugby boys here to match up. Obviously the greater cause is to raise money, which is an amazing initiative, and just grateful to be a part of it, you know, doing some good work in charity to help community.
So you retired last year. What made you come back for this encounter for this Asia Pacific Lions team?
I'm passionate about giving back to the game, you know, and this is a really amazing initiative from the Asia Pacific Lions to be able to take the game to non-traditional strongholds of rugby, to be able to grow the game, spread the game, and I think also teach the values of the game that are important, you know, things like getting down to a cricket field, raising money for charity and foundations. So yeah, that's what I'm passionate about, so I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
So I believe this is your first visit to Sri Lanka. So thoughts on Sri Lanka?
I'd love to come back. It's a beautiful country, really beautiful people. I love the food. I'm from Papua New Guinea, so it's actually a little bit similar to where I come from in terms of the way it looks, but also the weather. So I've really enjoyed it so far.
So the game on Friday, a big encounter for you after more than a year.
Yeah.
So thoughts on the encounter on Friday?
I'm worried. I'll see. I don't know how it'll go, but again, like we're all competitors. You know, like we're all a raggedy bunch that has been put together for the Asia Pacific Lions, but we're all old enough and have been good enough to want to go out there and compete and play well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. And it's great from the Northampton Saints boys to obviously to come here as well. I think it adds a lot of credibility to something like this.
Thank you very much for coming for Sri Lanka, and all the best for Friday.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It was Wilginia with Laksisi De Silva.
But at this stage, the cricket boys.
One of the quickest scrum halves off the base, Wilginia.
Aravinda De Silva with ball in hand. Man of the final in the 1996 World Cup, and was very, very effective every time he turned his arm around. Seems like the rugby boys are determined to make sure that they complete the full quota of their overs.
Well, one player bowling, Sudarshana, is a member of the ICC Hall of Fame. And the man with a bat in hand is a part of the World Rugby Hall of Fame. Aravinda De Silva and David Campese. Oh, what a flick. How about that for some risk work from David Campese, and strolls through for a single.
Campo showcasing his cricketing abilities here. But like you mentioned, what a privilege to be here in person and to witness these absolute legends in their respective sports playing for a very, very important cause, the Alzheimer's Foundation. The QR that you can see on the screen, you can scan and donate for this all-important cause.
Well, David Campese is walking off. Not too sure he got himself out there. May have nicked one back onto the wickets. I think he's just retiring himself to give another one of the Rugby Stars an opportunity. Well, what a guy. Was behind the stumps and was just setting the field up beautifully well. David Campese. And Finn Smith comes in to bat for the International Rugby Stars, fly half. for the English Rugby Stars. I just said Finn Smith. Sudarshan Pierce's eyes went huge. He was absolutely surprised. 500 plus club points for the Northampton Saints. And you talk about a defensive fly half, Finn Smith it is.
Oh, absolutely. Fly halves are most times knackered for not being the best defensive players, but this lad really knows to boss that defensive line, isn't it? 2 more hours to go in this game, which looks like it's going to be in the favor of Sri Lanka cricketing legends, but tell you what, the rugby boys have held their own.
Yeah, they haven't just played, they've competed. They've not gone down without a fight. A good start from George Hendy and Takili Naravoro. Hitting the ball around the park. Some good shots. Will Guinea came in. Was not as aggressive as he said that he would be.
A bowler called in, Sri Ram, who plays for Coles Cricket Club. Current player as well, very good bowler. Well, it's not right if we don't be very hospitable lads and showcase some good bowling prowess what Sri Lanka has to offer.
For the rugby boys, a player who last night told he was a powerful number 3 batsman. Coming in at 8.
Oh, that's a good delivery, isn't it? That's a good delivery. There's nothing that he could have done about that.
Alex Cole in next, delivered some bombs while bowling.
Those bouncers. Mahela Jayawardene couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, let's see how the swing of the bat is going to work out. Little down the order. Coles taking a little bit of time.
Pretty sure the cricket legends would have got in the ear of Sri Ram and said, go a bit easy.
Don't do them dirty, would have been the message. Ram, the tall, lanky lad as well.
Beautiful shot there from Alex Coles to get off the mark with a single.
Coles will be telling the rest of them, you should have sent me up the order.
I'm pretty sure he'll have a couple of words for Will Guinea. 2 slips in place. What an opportunity for Sri Ram as well, isn't it, to play alongside players that he would have looked up to. He's bowling with his right arm this time, and he's got the wicket. Has a huge smile on his face.
The rugby boys are losing 1 or 2 wickets a little faster than I think they'd have liked. Nevertheless, coming into bat for the rugby boys, Henry Pollock.
The British and Irish Lion coming on to bat for the rugby lads. Henry Pollock, one of the big names that are coming out in the World Rugby Arena for the Red Roses.
Well, the ambidextrous bowler got a wicket off his left arm, got a wicket off his right arm. Tommy Freeman, sorry, Henry Pollock is ready to smash it out of the park. Comes down the track, gets a little nick on it, and it's running away to the boundary. A welcome boundary this will be. If it makes it to the boundary, no it doesn't. The outfield is damp and slow, so the ball doesn't get there. Pollock crosses over for 2 runs. this one's well played. This one's hit hard down the park. Henry Pollock gets a boundary. Aggressive stroke from Pollock. Came down the track once again. Got down on his knees and smashed it down the park. Right back behind the bowler for a boundary. Once again, comes down the track and smashes it out of the park. Well, the younger Six Nations try scorer has got the young blood in him. Oh, that's the celebration.
Oh, well, he's an outspoken character and something that he has worn like a badge on his sleeve. Gets out of the crease, and that's a big one. Out of the park.
Well, knowing him, I'm pretty sure he'd think that he can finish this one off. Have a look at that. Wait for the celebration. Wait for it. Go back, rewind and watch it.
Well, I'm sure our production crew can get that once more. Final over of the competition.
Overs down, 1 to go. The Rugby Boys 82 for 7. The target 140.
Well, my classmate with the ball in hand, Tharana Vimaladharma. Spins it in and concedes a boundary off the first ball. That's well tucked away by Alex Coles. And the boundaries are starting to come for the Rugby Stars. A little too late, but they'll take it nonetheless.
Well, can they get to 100? Losing a game against absolute World Cup winning legends by 30 runs is pretty brilliant, and scoring 100. A reverse scoop attempted. Not appealing, that was Vimala Surendra. Pitching outside leg.
Comes down the track and hits it on the offside. There's cover there in the corner. Crossover for a single. Last 3 balls of this charity T20 match, Sudarshan, and what an occasion, isn't it? What a week for Sri Lankan sporting. Everyone who loves sports in Sri Lanka. A bit of cricket, and then there's a big game of rugby on Friday. A game that we've been looking forward to, and a game that I'm pretty sure the boys from the Northampton Saints and the Asia Pacific Lions have been looking forward to as well.
Yeah, not only the game, I think what's wonderful is to note that there is a lot of community events that are going to happen in the run-up to that game as well, where there will be a lot of players from Sri Lanka who will get the opportunity to rub their shoulders with a lot of these lads. And some of the coaches from the Sri Lankan rugby community also getting an insight and also getting some support from the coaching unit of the Saints. The knowledge transfer is going to be absolutely important. And also presenting our beautiful island nation. We are already known for our incredible hospitality, but positioning it as a prime location for sports tourism, and this is fabulous for the island nation. And Coles yet again gets underneath it, but cover is there through Sri Ram. Final delivery of the innings.
88 for 8. And to finish it off, Rajendra De Silva flicks it on the leg side, and that's the game for the Sri Lanka cricket legends. But the International Cricket Stars, the International Rugby Stars, haven't gone down without a fight. They've stayed in the competition. What an occasion.
The Sri Lankan cricketing legends.
Congratulations to the Sri Lankan
What a chance for all of us to have some nostalgia and roll back the times to see Arjuna Ranatunga and his team, Aravinda De Silva, with the bat in hand. Mahela Jayawardena with that beautiful 50. Hashan Tilakaratne on your screen there. The recent appointment as well in Sri Lanka cricket. And this is what it's all about, isn't it, Gamini? The two teams making their way to the middle, and they're playing it for a very, very important cause for the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation. These boys have flown in yesterday and have played a game of cricket today.
Yeah, in the build-up to this match, I don't think anyone was going to be worried about the result. It's about the event, and it's about these players, and it's about the cause. So it's nice to see. I mean, I don't think people in this world would have seen some of the skills that these rugby players have when it comes to cricket, but gee, some of them were very impressive, weren't they? And it's nice to see. We saw a brilliant catch from Pul Chandana. There's some of these things that these, you know, like I mentioned before, it's just a number, and these are called legends for no reason. It's the skill that up until you, I don't know when, but they say that the legends take their skill to their deathbed, and these guys are absolutely icons of the game in their respective games, cricket and rugby, and those guys have come together for a very, very good cause.
They look in really good shape, don't they? 30 years since their historic World Cup victory. Still the only ODI World Cup victory for Sri Lanka. Really turned Sri Lankan rugby cricket on its head. And I can't wait to keep this mic down and go there and get some pictures with some absolute legends from both sports, rugby and cricket. Two sports that I love and adore, and two sports that Sri Lankans really hold close to their heart.
And also, you got to take into consideration that there are no injuries to anyone or some of these guys, and these are some of the highlights. Gee, he played some couple of very good shots on the offside, didn't he, George Hendy? That's a perfect spare cut. There you are. Some of these shots, like I said, I don't think people would have seen them with the bat in hand. It's this big boy Tikili Aravinda De Silva who took a good catch. There you are.
There's some brilliant fielding and some brilliant glove work from Romesh Kaluvitarana. One of the moments that I loved from that match was that moment. And then Alex Mitchell came on and started whacking the ball around the park. Found the gaps, hit it aerial and hit it down the ground as well. Some beautiful strokes from the cricket stars. That one bounce to the boundary. Good catch from Ajantha Mendes to get that wicket. Aravinda De Silva or Arjuna Ranatunga rather bowled, and this was the catch of the game. The moment of the game for me. Rolling back the time, Pul Chandana. What a fielder he was.
Yeah, just living up to the bill, isn't he? Now then came Pollock. After this dismissal, he's become a bit of a pin-up boy in rugby in UK. And what about these skills with the bat in hand?
Well, I can tell you one thing. He's going to show these two boundaries to his mates back home and say, it's not just rugby that I can play play a bit of cricket as well. 3 boundaries to end the innings for the cricket stars, for the rugby stars rather.
So the match summary, Sri Lankan legends. 139 for 4, Jayawardena was the standout performer, 51. Vikramaratne 39, played the second fiddle to Jayawardena, Chandana with 16. Guinea 2 for 7. Well, he's another player who can go back and speak highly about his performance. Pollock, once again, he's appearing everywhere, isn't he? 1 for 14 and Coles 1 for 9. Then Rugby Stars, Abid, 90 for 8.
Well, Pollock got the wicket of Jayawardene as well, the important wicket of Jayawardene. The Rugby Stars, Alex Mitchell with 24 of 16. Alex Cole came and played a good hand as well. Hendy with 18 to start the innings off for the Rugby Stars. Then we had the boy Sri Ram coming in and getting 2 wickets for the Sri Lankan legends, a boy who plays for the Colts. Here's the presentation party.
Congratulations. We'd like to have a quick word from you. How was it like? You know, I mean, I know that you're used to playing against, you know, people who actually bowl and on the field generally. But this time you played with rugby players. What does it look like and how did you feel?
I feel great. I mean, it's good that we played a game of cricket. If we had played rugby with these boys, they would have put the same numbers against us, about 150 points. So, yeah, no, but it's good fun. I think they've all enjoyed it. It's for a great cause as well. So, yeah, all in all, very happy.
How long has it been since you've been there with your fellow mates?
I haven't played a cricket match for a long time, probably 10 years. First I've taken a... It was good to be back in the dressing room with everyone. It was good banter from day one, yeah.
Nostalgic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, definitely. I think Arjuna, captain in the team, obviously it is.
Thank you very much, Mada, and congratulations.
Thanks.
And it's over now to Pete.
Thank you so much. What a fantastic day of cricket this has been. Before we reward our winners, let's welcome up for a quick chat the losing captain of the Rugby Boys, David Campese. Come on over, Campo. Sport in its essence is all about days like today, right? What a load of fun that was.
Yeah, I think it was good for us rugby guys to learn a bit of understanding about cricket. Doesn't matter how old you are, you know, still passionate, and it's always very competitive, that's what we need.
Those Sri Lankan players really showed that they've still got what it takes. I mean, class is absolutely permanent.
Well, when you got talent, you never lose it. You get older, you might be a bit slower, but it's still there. So it was just great for our guys. Obviously, we've had a couple of guys who've never played cricket before, did pretty well. So I think it's just been a great day, and obviously the rain stayed away, so it's great.
Totally, and a great bonding opportunity as well for all the rugby boys ahead of Friday's big game.
Yeah, look, I think it's good. It's you know, you're playing together today and tomorrow and Friday. Scenario, you're perhaps against each other, so again, I'm sure they're going to have the same passion out there on Friday as well.
Great effort, very much looking forward to Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, David Campese. Now, for the presentation of the DASA Challenge Trophy, I'd like to welcome up Mr. Jizal Marzouk, Chairman of the DASA Group, along with Professor Shehan Williams and founder Lorraine Yu of the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation. Now today has been all about raising money for the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation. So thank you to everybody who has got behind and supported this wonderful cause. Lorraine Yu, founder of the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation, welcome to the stage. It is time to make the presentation to the winners of our rugby versus cricket match. Would you please welcome the winning captain of the Sri Lankan cricketing legends, Arjuna Ranatunga. And let's welcome the winning team, these Sri Lankan cricketing legends. Arjuna Ratnatunga, the winning captain for Sri Lankan cricketing legends. It won't eclipse 1996, of course, but still a pretty special trophy to win on a pretty special day.
No, it's very important to play for charities. I think they keep some of the underprivileged people going. And we have had a lot of past cricketers, present cricketers playing charity games, but it's the first time I played against past great rugby players and the present rugby players. I hope that they will have a wonderful time in this lovely country. Not only rugby, even they will enjoy the hospitality and even the sceneries. I hope they will have a very good tour.
I know the welcome, the hospitality has been phenomenal so far, and we're looking forward to a fantastic week. What did you make of the rugby boys' cricketing skills?
I heard that they are playing cricket off season, and some of them, I think they hit harder the ball than all of us. So I think they haven't played too many cricket matches, but it's fun. It's all about playing cricket for charities, and I think that's what the world needs.
If it's fair to say that 96 was a few years back, there were still some spectacular boundaries hit there, some phenomenal fielding, great catches as well, some pretty decent performances from your side.
Yeah, once in a way we tend to play some charity games, and we had a 30-year celebration match in Malaysia. So we tend to play some of these charity games. I'm sure some of these guys still can play. Players like Upojandana Vasi, if they train a little more, I'm sure that they can get into the national side. Not me and Aravinda for sure.
You're quite happy to not, of course. Phenomenal result, very well played, and a great day's cricket, all in aid of a very worthy cause. Once again, if you will, the winners of our rugby versus cricket charity match, the Sri Lanka cricketing legends. Thank you again for being part of today, a great day's sport, all in aid of the Lanka Alzheimer's Foundation. Thank you to everyone for supporting that very worthy cause, and we hope to see you all on Friday at the racecourse for the Asia Pacific Lions versus Northampton Saints. Thank you for your support. Have a lovely evening.
So there we are. What a moment for some of these players and spectators and everyone who's involved in this. This is the summary of today's event, or the match you could call it. Sri Lankan legends batting first, putting up 139, Jayawardene 51 and Vikramaratne 39. Guinea with the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 7. And Pollock and Coles picking up a wicket each. Rugby Stars in reply, 90 for 8. Michel 24, Coles 19 and Hendy 18. Sriram, the youngster who plays for Coles, got an opportunity. Arvinda De Silva 1 for 3 and Arjuna Ranatunga 1 for 5. Sri Lanka cricket legends won by 49 runs. So what a magnificent day it has been from Thurstan College, and from all of us up until we meet again. It's goodbye and good night.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.